Hey everyone, we're in my backyard again because I can't seem to find one place in this house that I like to film over others, so here we are. Maybe I should do the disclaimer first. Yeah, I'm pretty sure for this one we'll need it. I do customize videos, I try to keep it to a minimum, but if you have little ones around, please go watch something else and, come back. Also, it would be great if you're chilling here watching me talk, to subscribe, like the video, do the things. That would be pretty cool. Anyway, we are here because Katie Joy. Isn't that why we're all here? That's how my channel started. Katie being a shitty person is why I am here today. It's kind of messed up to think about, but as I thought that things would die down after, she got out of the whole Tati Westbrook lawsuit thing, I realized that was a dumb thought, okay? Katie Joy is always going to be in something. And I think I mentioned in my last video that I feel like she just eats this shit up. It doesn't matter how bad the situation is or how negatively it could affect her. Everything to her, any attention is good. And it makes no sense to me. But I've spent a lot of time excuse me. Oh. I spent a lot of time trying to figure out what it is Katie's thinking. Is she this evil genius that has this huge plan that we don't know about, or is she just doesn't care? And I still don't know, but I've stopped racking my brain for explanations for Katie and her actions and her decisions. And so dear Lord, Todd Chrisley, who, if you don't know, he had I don't know if he still has it. He had a reality TV show called Chrisley Knows Best, and now he has this YouTube podcast, which of course I don't remember the name of because I don't remember the name of anything. And recently he's been calling out Katie Joy and saying that he's going to sue her for defamation. I guess we'll start there and my thoughts on that. I feel like he's bullshitting. I feel like, him just talking about it benefits him. And, of course you can look at it one way of Todd Chrisley has all this money, he doesn't need that. But I mean, it gains popularity on YouTube. It brings people to his podcast. Oh my God, did you hear what he said? He's going to sue her. Let's rush over there. Let's subscribe. Let's make sure we're watching every podcast, and listening to everything he says. Oh, power off. Oh, well, y'all were on this journey with me, so, yeah, just lost an earbud there. Anyway, so I feel like even though Todd Chrisley doesn't need the money, just the attention that it brings his podcast and his channel, to me that could be enough. And also this, the idea of scaring Katie into not saying a bunch of bullshit about him, maybe enough. I personally don't see him wasting the time and the money and the energy to actually sue her. And people seem to think that he will. I think just because everybody's he has the money to blow. He can just, go for years in court for this lawsuit. But I mean, why would he? What would you? Would you throw money in a trash can just because you have it? I don't see it. I just don't. I don't think there's going to be a lawsuit. Yes, I think, he sent her some type of papers through lawyers, but that doesn't really mean a whole lot. And when it comes down to a lawsuit and proving defamation, we've all learned so very much about defamation because of Katie. Thank you, Katie, for that much. I don't see Todd being able to prove defamation, prove damages, especially because he is so famous and rich and all the things. It would be hard because with the Tati case, saying, oh, how could this little channel affect this big channel in this company? It was kind of, easier to prove. Here's a list of people who were going to buy Tati's vitamins. They watched her video. They decided not to buy. With Todd Chrisley, there's none of that. There's not a whole lot of proof that what Katie is spewing online has actually hurt him financially or emotionally in any way. So, yeah, my thoughts on it is, A, if he did sue her, it would just be to sue her. But also, B, I don't see him just throwing his money away. Like, I think this, talking about it, brings him what he needs. Or what he, he has something to gain about talking about it. You know what I mean? So I would just say, don't get overly excited about it actually happening. But now we're going to talk about Katie and her response to all this, and what just came out that she's been called in. So give me just a second and I'll be right back. And I'm back. Okay, so Katie's attitude towards lawsuits hasn't changed. And if you think about it, it kind of makes sense. She had a lawsuit before Tati, which I don't really know shit about. But apparently that got dismissed or dropped or whatever. Nothing came of it. Tati sues her. She gets it dropped for defamation. So I think that in her brain, that just means I'll never, lawsuit what? Lawsuit what? What does that mean? Oh, a couple months of shit and it'll drive more traffic to my channel. People will be talking about me, which Katie loves, and then nothing. So, yes, I think there's a huge part of all of us that are like, I wish Todd Chrisley would sue her and go through the whole process so that she could finally face, some type of repercussions for her actions. But again, I don't see it happening, and I don't see Katie's mindset or attitude towards it changing. I think she eats this shit up. I think she enjoys it. So recently, it's only been like a day ago, if that, Drama and Opinions put out a video. And this is why I had to come talk about it. Because, okay, so Katie has put out a statement. Todd Chrisley has said, I know where she's getting her information from. And if you don't know, Katie has, because Katie has all these sources and all these friends. Katie has gone on and on and on and on and on, saying that she is Lindsay Chrisley's, which is Todd's daughter. She's her best friend. Like, they're friends. They're friends. You know what I'm saying? They're like, that's my friend. Y'all didn't know? That's my friend. I spent all day talking to Lindsay Chrisley. Anyway, you know how Katie is. So, Todd has basically said, all the shit she's saying about me, my family, and all that is coming from my daughter, and it's, it's all false, and she's just reporting on it, as fact. So, apparently, Katie had tweeted at one point that she was just being there for her friend Lindsay Chrisley, and that she's never reported on any of the personal things that Lindsay has said, and everything she reports on is public information. Now, that's Katie's favorite line. It's public information, it's public information, it's public information. But now, there's a video where Katie's talking about, excuse me, I spent all day talking to Lindsay, and I just got to figure out how I'm going to present this or say this or whatever. I can't remember. Basically, I spent all day talking to Lindsay, and I just got to figure out how I'm going to tell you guys exactly what she said. So it's like, dude, you fucked up. And look, again, as far as an actual defamation suit, none of this holds the same weight as the shit that Tati had against Katie. Like, you really had a ton, because Katie never shuts up, a ton of proof of where she was getting stuff, why she was saying, you know what I mean? This isn't quite the same, but it is an admission of, like, I talked to Lindsay all day, now I'm going to tell you about it, you know what I mean? Katie doesn't learn at all. At all. And it drives me absolutely crazy. Like, I have really went back and forth. Like, the things that Katie has done since I've started my YouTube channel, I've been mad with her. I've been confused. I've been upset. There's been situations where I took up for Katie. Like, I have felt a whole range of emotions for this woman who I don't even know. It's mind-blowing. Like, YouTube, internet, crazy. But, like, at this very moment, if I could see her in person, I'd want to just, like, grab her and shake her. Like, and I don't know if that's a threat or not, but like, just shake her and be like, Katie, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing? That's about how I feel about that. So it's going to be interesting to see where this goes. To see how long Todd Chrisley threatens the lawsuit before, people are like, where's the lawsuit? And people are really, like, taking this seriously, and they're really, like, checking up on him, like, tweeting, hey, when's this going to get filed? Like, I got Pacer. What state is it in? Like, I need to know all the things. And I don't think he can play that out that long. And I in my personal, humble opinion, I don't see him suing her. As far as my opinion on Katie, like I said, I just want to shake her and be like, what are you doing? What are you doing? It's like when Tati sent the 4 cease and desist and she got on her channel. It's like, if they were going to sue me, they would have already sued me. Like, Katie, just stop. Just stop it, bro. It's not a good look. It's not good for you. It's not going to improve the longevity of your channel. And real quick, I've seen a few videos about this recently, about, YouTubers losing popularity, channels dying. And I just want to say this, like, straight up. That happens. It happens to everyone. You can be the biggest, the top, the baddest YouTuber on the platform. But one day your time is going to be up, because we live in a world where we constantly want new. There's a time period, a time frame where you're like, I trust this YouTuber, I'm comfortable with them, I enjoy their content, you take it all in, you love them so much, but at some point, we all move on, and that's just how it is. And I think that Katie is only further hurting herself and the longevity of her channel by sucking up all this negative attention. Any attention is good attention, and I'm just going to play into it because it blows the numbers up for a little while. But at the end of the day, like, it's only hurting the length of time that she could possibly be on this platform. And let's face it, channels like hers, channels like mine, like, mine will probably never blow up to begin with. Katie's very fortunate to have gotten to the point that she has. It's pretty impressive. But, channels like ours, they're not meant to last that long. When you have a beauty guru or a gamer or, somebody with a real, like, big talent, or a filmmaker or whatever, they're likely to last several years. And that's amazing. But when your whole job is talking about other people, like, you can't expect that to last very long. There are a few people who have done it, sure. But even they will see their day, And I don't think Katie, like, all of that to say is, like, if Katie's reaction right now is to grab all the negative attention and to suck it all up, I really hate to see when she actually reaches her downfall. Like, I feel like a lot of people think, well, she's already reached her downfall. People see through her. Not yet. Not really. She still has followers. She still has subscribers. She still has loyal people there. When she really reaches the point of her channel dying and the irrelevancy and, losing popularity and losing subscribers, like, for real, I don't know how she's going to take it. Like, I really don't, because I think that being this person on YouTube has become so important to her that I don't know how she's going to handle that. And I do worry. Like, I'm as stupid as that sounds, because, again, I don't know this woman, and I've had a mixed array of opinions about her. But I do worry. Like, what effect will that have on her? And how will that affect her family? And I hate to be the one to talk about someone's family, but I have spoken on it before when it comes to how the lawsuit will affect her family and so on and so forth. And I can't help but to think that, like, when the time comes and her channel dies, or her popularity and whatever starts to die out for real, how's she going to take that? So leave me your thoughts in the comment section below. I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.